Where did this whole music and vibe come from?
I owe all that to my mom, actually. She was very musical. She had always told us that she chose to have a family instead of going professional. She was a soprano and she sung lots of classical music. And I just grew up in a house of music. I'd wake up in the morning and Carpenters would be playing almost every single morning. It was her favorite band. But there was always music going on. And in elementary school, they started the whole, you start with your little flute or recorder. Recorder, yeah.
Hot cross buns.
There you go. So I started with my recorder and we got to try out different instruments. And I started with trombone. And believe it or not, my arms weren't quite long enough to play the trombone back then. I kind of had a growing spurt in the last part of elementary school. But I started trombone, and so I gave that up for trumpet. And I guess it was probably junior high school that my mom was walking past the music store and saw a trumpet in the window and bought it. Well, she didn't realize that she actually bought a cornet, which looks a lot like a trumpet. Yeah. But I learned to play on a cornet, so that's kind of what I had. And I played that all the way through junior high school, and then senior or high school, I should say. About my junior year, my parents I was at a jazz festival, and they oftentimes sell instruments there. And my dad, for whatever reason, and it's way not like him, but he ponied up and he bought me a box Stradivarius, silver plated. Ooh. Still the one I have today. So
that's crazy.
That's nice.
Yeah, thanks. My dad was really liking the interaction I was getting because I grew up a redhead. I was in the 70s. Redhead was just kind of an anomaly. I don't know. Maybe it's a little more accepted now with everyone painting their hair whatever color they want it to be. But a redhead was definitely a weirdo. And I kind of felt like an outcast. And so music was kind of that social gap, if you will, for me. I was in jazz band. I was in wind ensemble. I was in drumline after school, and I was in marching band. And music just kind of became my life. And it just kind of evolved. I mean, from there, I started DJing parties for band. And by the time I was 18, I had all my own equipment. I was DJing dances, and that started kind of my DJ career. And launched a business with that and did weddings and had about 7 DJs working for me at one time. And we were doing a number of weddings every weekend. It was fun.
So it sounds like it's always been a really big place of comfort for you.
It's always been there. It kind of taps an emotion in people. And it's, even today when we're getting ready, we're doing an event next weekend, right? And just the stress. And I don't like doing it. I don't like setting up for it. But as soon as I start playing the first song and start moving people, it's all worth it.
As I was going to say, I call him my pipe piper.
Yeah, music really does that for you. I mean,
it does.
I play music as well. I still play in band, a Riverside Community Band, with a bunch of like old people, like old.
See, you need to get back in it.
Like us.
Like your parents, like old. But it's just, I feel like music just brings people together in all kinds of different ways. Mm-hmm. Like you and I probably feel music like on the instrumental, level. I know when I like hear music, like even like pop songs, it's always the same 4 chords that are being played most of the time. But like, I like to listen to classical music in my free time, like if I'm working on stuff. And it's just like something like I get goosebumps sometimes when I listen to music and going to concerts and things like that. So for you to be able to like DJ and bring that forward and help people like that or move people that way at events and things like that. I mean, music makes the entire event a lot of the time. Because if you have a bad playlist, it's just kind of like,
For sure. And it's funny. Kelly's witnessed it. We took a trip. Was it to Nashville? I think we took a trip, and it was late at night. We got in at almost midnight, and Mindy doesn't do really well that late at night. She was a little edgy, maybe, a little grumpy,
a little cranky.
So I pull out the Bluetooth while we're sitting on the curb waiting for luggage.
I remember.
And instantly she just starts dancing and just changed her mood instantly.
And she 100%. Pointed something out to me that I'd never realized after almost 13 years of marriage. Look at that. You can control her with your music. And ever since then, I've been on keen to that.
What was that, Brandy?
What I love is that you've been able to like continue that passion because I too was a trumpet player.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know this about
growing
you.
up. Yeah, I was a trumpet player and then bass drum player.
I played bass drum in the
music
drum
is
line.
Always, I marched the bass drum. I was the only
Yes.
girl.
That's so cool. I didn't know
Yes.
The bass
that.
drum. And I've always just loved, I always had a passion and loved music. So the fact that you've made it your career, the audio, your career, and you've been able to continue that, it says something, right?
Yeah. You're so special and lucky for that.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, I play clarinet.
You play.
I
We
play-
should put a band
nice.
together.
We should
get a band.
Mindy
Yeah.
can sing and
Maybe a
we'll
little
play.
quart-
Oh, dude, chopsticks, baby.
little quintuplet action going on.
For sure.
You play the triangle.
The dinner bell? the Uber Eats.
That repriese. My bedside
Give her a
bell.
tambourine.
You want to borrow my bedside bell?
I'll write the script. All right. Enough about me. Let's talk about Jim.
Okay.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Full circle.
So relatable.
So, do you ever feel like you use music as an escape yourself? I know you said that it was a really good thing for you as a redhead, but like, do you feel like it was an escape for you in another way?
I do. Music can take me somewhere. And that's kind of, it's a good escape for me. I'll, whether it's just cruising down the road with it as loud as it possibly can, or just on a plane when I'm traveling and I just put my noise canceling on and put some trio or some jazz trio or just something to just kind of zone out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does definitely give me that release.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have a really good way of knowing your audience too. Like you show up, every time you go in, like we go down to the garden and they're playing something. He's like, oh, no. Because it's not relatable to the crowd that's actually in there. So he'll look at the crowd and know exactly what to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're all of a sudden just getting out. The only time I get out of my seat and dance is when he's playing.
It's a weakness of mine. I have a really hard time when the environment isn't matching the crowd. And it might be the control freak in me, but if I can change the environment and change the crowd, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
And he does
I love it.
time and time again. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'll brag about on our events. We rarely have a problem. And I think because the vibe's so high, everyone's just, and that's the greatest thing. I hear the whispers. He's up on stage, he's working. He rarely hears the whispers, but we get so many compliments about people telling us what a great time they had, and just they appreciate it, all of it. And it's
Always
him
a good
that's
time.
controlling it's him that's controlling it from that moment on, from the second they walk in. He's
the
got
vibe.
full control of the music and what they're experiencing, and he watches everything. He's so strategic.
He is.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I admire it. My little Pied Piper.
But it's been nice because I've been able to carry that music career on through my profession.
Yeah, tell us about that.
And I've been, since I started my DJ company back when I was 18, I did that up until, I guess, my early 20s. And then I ended up going on the road with a group and did front of house sound and mixed sound for them. And so had lots of cool experiences. That's when I got to meet President Reagan. I played for him in high school. I played the Herald Trumpets for him during the Mike Brown Assembly.
That's huge.
Yeah,
awesome.
so
That's huge.
crazy.
Nobody has that story.
yeah, it was pretty fun. There were 5 of us that got to play the Hail to the Chief as he came out on stage, and it was at a rally. And then again, while I was working with the music group, he caught wind of us and he wanted them to come sing to him. And this was after he was retired, and it was in his conference room in Century City. So we all went and had lunch with him, sat around the boardroom, got to talk to him, and he told us stories. And he was on the early ages of dementia, so he had some handlers in there kind of helping him fill in the stories. Lots about his college football. And then, they sang to him, and it was nice. It was about a 2-hour little lunch meeting in his conference room, and it was special. It was one of those
That is
remarkable
so cool.
moments. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
My music industry career has taken me a number of places backstage with a lot of people. Mindy's got to meet a few, and actually one of the few civilians who got to land on the USS Kitty Hawk on an aircraft carrier. We did a concert out there. Then the next morning they launched us off. So that was pretty
I read that and I was so jealous.
I know, right? Right. It may have cost him though.
I was so jealous.
Yeah, that was a great memory to have. It was one of the last things I did with the group before I ended up quitting there and then started my career with Guitar Center. And then it's just blossomed into a pro audio gear career from there.
Yeah.